Hello children, I am happy to see you all again. Yes, we are meeting after a very long time. Yes or no? Do you feel happy to have the classes again? Yes, what few are murmuring there? Say yes. Very good. So, we are all happy to meet again. Yes. So, we are going to see the continuation. That is the next lesson. Yes. So, what is our first lesson? Nutrition in plants. Second one, nutrition in animals. Yes. And then what we have seen? Fiber to fabric. Yes. Now we are going to the next part. Yes. Can you guess what is that? Yes. Try to guess what is that lesson. Yes. Tell me children. Yes. By seeing this, what you can guess? What? Fire everywhere, here and there. Yes or no? So this, can you have any guesses on the topic of lesson? Yes, try it. Yeah, very good. It is heat. Yes, what is the lesson which we are going to see now? Heat. Okay, shall we go? So, we are going to see what are all the content of this lesson. So, today we are going to see only these three topics. They are the introduction about heat. And then heat and cold. We may also say it as hot and cool. So, and then the one more topic is measuring temperature. What is that? Measuring temperature. And then types of thermometer. We are also going to see types of thermometer. And then, so these remaining chapters we will see in the remaining content. We will continue in the next class. Okay. So, what is the introduction? So, in the last lesson what we had seen? Yes, tell me what we had seen in the last lesson about different types of cloths. Yes, and the different types of cloths which we wear in different types of seasons. Yes or no? Yes. So, in summer what is the cloths do we wear? Yes. Very good. It is cotton. And in winter what type of cloths do we wear? Superb. It is woolen. Yes. So, the woolen cloths help us to keep warm. And then the cotton cloths help us to keep our body cool. So, cotton allows the free circulation of air in and out. But woolen, what is their work? They protect the heat. They do not allow the heat or the air to go out. So, only our body feels warm while we are wearing woolen clothes. But when we are wearing that cotton, the pores which are present inside the cotton helps in free circulation of air. So, the air freely flows in and out. So, when we get sweats, so when the air comes in and go out through our dresses, we feel cool. So, only cotton is preferred during the months of summer. Yes. And then one more thing, so we know that hot and cool. So, how do we know that an object is hot or cold? How do we know that an object is hot or cold? So, that is the thing we are going to see. How we are going to measure that heatness, everything. Shall we go? Yes. So, what is this? What is the main source of heat, children? What is the main source of heat? Where do you feel heat? Yes, tell me, that is warm. So, sun is the main source. Yes or no? Sun is the main source of light and heat. Sun is the main source of light and heat. And what are all some other places where do we feel warm? That is, we see heat, feel heat while we are lighting a lamp. And then, in some parts like Kashmir, where there is too much cold, they used to fire these wood logs to keep their body warm. And heat causes both constructive work and destructive. What do you mean by constructive? It is useful and it is also helpful in destroying. So, see here, forest fire. So, heat also plays a two role. It is helpful and it is harmful to human beings. Yes. So, see here the forest is fully destroyed. Have you heard about that Amazon forest? Amazon fire. Yes, half the forest is destroyed by fire. Yes. So, the based on what the fire depends. It is helpful or harmful depends on its usage. Okay. So, first what is the opposite of hot? Yes, you have already learned this in your lower classes, right? What is the opposite for hot? Cold. So, first we will see what is meant by hot, or it can be called as heat. So, heat is a form of energy. What is that? Heat is a form of energy. What do you mean by energy? We already learned that getting energy from food. So, what are the other source of energy? Wind energy is there. Yes, the flow of wind. Water energy is there. Yes, the flow of water. And then solar energy. We get sunlight from them. So, heat is also one form of energy. It can be transferred from one object to the another object. Yes, listen, heat is a form of energy. It can be transferred from one object to the another object. For example, while your mother is cooking in kitchen, yes, have you placed your hand on that vessel? Yes, do you feel hot? Yes or no? You feel that heat and takes your hand immediately out from that. Yes or no? So, heat passes from the utensils to your hand. So, only you are able to feel that hotness. So, you immediately take your hand away from it. Yes or no? So, see here. So, these are some of the objects which is very hot. Iron box. Iron box, and then what is this? Water boiling here, and then what is this? They are making that iron into some objects by heating. Yes. And what is the next one? Cold, or we may call it as cool. Having a low temperature. What is that? Having a low temperature or inadequate. Inadequate also refers to low, which is not sufficient, or feeling of a sensation of coldness. So, this coldness takes place where the heat is absent. So, the coldness is felt in the place where in the absence of heat. So, in the absence of heat, what is there? Coldness. Okay. So, these are some of the cold things. Yes. What is this? Ice cream. Yes. And then ice cubes. And then one more thing, what is this? Ice which is melted in water. What happens to that water? The water becomes very cold. After the ice melts inside the water, what happens to that normal water? It becomes cool. So, now we have clear idea about hot and cool. That is heat and cold. So, here there are some objects. You need to classify them as hot or cold. Yes, tell me, what is this? Ice cubes. Is this hot or cold? Yes. Is this a cold? This one cold. So, what about this iron box? It is an, yes, heat. So, fridge is used to keep the things cool. And here, what is this? What is this? Cooking area. It is hot. It is also helps to keep our body hot. Matchstick. Yes, heat is produced there. Candle, heat is produced. Yes, and this fire, heat is produced. So, where light is there, heat is produced there. Yes, have you touched ever the tube light or the bulb which is there in your house? So, it gives us light. Yes, if you touch that, heat will be produced there. So, where light is produced, heat is also produced there. For example, you consider the torch. So, if you glow that, so light is produced from that torch. If you touch that, heat is also produced. Keep in mind, if light is there, heat is also there. Okay, shall we go to the next one? Yes, here is an activity given for you. You just try this at home under the guidance of your parents, not separately alone. Again, to keep in mind, just try this activity under the guidance of your parents. So, what is this? This is an beaker A, B and C. So, this beaker A consists of hot water. So, this beaker B consists of cold water. So, what about beaker C? So, pour a glass of hot water and pour a glass of cold water into that beaker C. So now it's completed. What is that? First one consists of hot water, second one consists of cold water, and what is this? See, it consists of both hot water and cold water. Now keep your hands inside it. Okay? So if you don't feel to keep hand, just keep a finger inside it. Feel what is there. So what would be observed in that beaker A? You would feel the hotness. That is the heat would be produced. Yes. In the B, what would you feel? You would feel cool. And in the C, what is there? It would be normal. Yes or no? So the normal atmospheric temperature will be there in that beaker C. Okay. So we have already studied the 6th standard. Yes or no? About the measurement. About the measurement. Yes. Okay. What is the unit which is used for measuring the distance between two places? Yes. Answer me. What is the unit which is used for measuring the distance between two places? Yes, what are all they? Yes, kilometers. Very good. So measuring time, what is the unit we use? Yes, louder. Seconds. Very good. And then for measuring the weight, what is the unit used there? Yes, good. That is kilogram. So there are certain units for measuring everything. Yes or no? So how will you measure that heat? How will you measure the heat? Yes, I said you right. So for measuring the length we use centimeter and meter. And then for measuring weight we use gram and then kilogram. And then for liquid we use millimeter and then liters. So what is the unit which is used for measuring heat? How the heat produced is measured? Yes, tell me. So we measure it with the help of, we call it as temperature. What is that? So the hotness of an object is measured by a unit called temperature. Yes, they used, what is your normal body temperature? Yes, 35 to 37 degrees Celsius. Yes or no? Normal body temperature. We used to call that measuring in the range of temperature. So they used to tell in news also, right? So today's temperature is 40 degrees Celsius or 20 degree Celsius. So what is that Celsius? It is the unit. So what is the measuring quantity used? That is temperature. So how heat is measured? Heat is measured by the temperature. How heat is measured? Heat is measured by the quantity called temperature. And then, so the device which is used to measure the temperature is called as thermometer. The device which is used to measure the temperature is called as thermometer. Okay. So what is the thermometer? So what is mean by thermometer? What is mean by that thermometer? So thermometer is nothing but it is an instrument which is used to measure the temperature. So thermometer is used to measure the temperature. And then what does this mean? Thermo means heat. Meter means to measure. Thermo means heat and then meter means to measure. Children, while I am taking class, just have a note, try to take hints. Try to take hints while teaching. So it will be useful for you to study. I am telling this you again and again. Try to take notes and note down the important key points which I say you. So I may be telling you some of the content which are not there in your book also. So try to take hints. Just try to follow this in each and every class. Okay. So types of thermometer. So there are different types of thermometer. Yes, for measuring time we use clock or watch. And then for measuring distance we use length. What do we use there? We use meter, scale or tape. And then for measuring what weight we use that balance. Physical balance or digital balance. Likewise, for measuring the temperature we use thermometer. What is that? For measuring the temperature we use thermometer, and there are 4 types of thermometer. So how many types of thermometer we have? 4 types. We will be seeing this in the